Hey, how's everybody doing? I'm not going to melt down. I'm not going to cry on this video. We are moving on. Amir Tashem. We had a full-fledged group of ladies learning. We were all five of us in our contingent. Even my friend Debbie, whose son was injured, Baruch Hashem, he's on the mend, and we're all trying to learn for the refuah shlema of everybody, of all the soldiers, and just for the success of all the soldiers that are in Rafiach and fighting really hard. And yeah, we're still going through a very hard time. And Amir Tashem, we're going to experience major salvation very soon. And I wanted to talk about, we talked about yesterday, Pesach sheini, and I still want to talk about it a little bit, but also in the context of Lag BaOmer, which is coming up on Sunday. So Pesach sheini, it's interesting. I decided maybe I'll just still talk about it because apparently the lights of Pesach sheini really continues for 7 whole days. So it includes a whole week of Lag BaOmer as well, okay? So, what's the story with Pesach sheini? Pesach sheini is this very interesting opportunity that was given to people who were tamei. They were in a state of ritual impurity. They were not able to bring the Korban Pesach, and they were very upset. They came to Moshe and they were like, this is such a serious experience that all of the Jewish people have together. We're all unified. We're all supposed to bring the Korban Pesach at a very specific time, at the time when Hashem took the Jewish people out of Egypt and experienced this very, very serious, loving relationship with Hashem, because Hashem at this point, as we said many times before, is choosing the Jewish people. It's like an engagement. It's like a love, a relationship, and we don't want to miss out on that experience. And it includes a Korban, to bring a Korban. So if there's this technical difficulty in our bringing the Korban, we should still be part of the experience of the love of Hashem towards us, and this Superman quality that Hashem swooped down and took us out of Egypt. It brought us out, and we want to be part of that spiritual experience. So apparently Moshe spoke to Hashem and he's like, what should I do with these people? And Hashem said, sure, no problem. We're giving them a second opportunity, and it's exactly 30 days after the Leil HaSeder, the night of the Seder. 30 days later, which we had yesterday, it was a month after Pesach, and that's when we have Pesach sheini. So says Netivat Shalom, in a very interesting, he brings the Zohar, which I'm going to discuss in a minute in the context of Lag BaOmer. He brings this very interesting midrash about this concept of there's this country or a city or a state, and there's a queen, and everyone's able to come and see the queen for 30 days. There's 30 days. And if you want to come see the queen in her crown, in all her glory, you can come and view her, and she's accessible, and you can just have this sight, a sight to see. It's an inspiring, amazing accessibility of this queen. And at the end of the 30 days, right before it ends, there's this megaphone or an announcer that goes around saying, come, whoever wants to see the queen, this is your last chance. And you know what? We're giving you another 7 days before the gates close, before the gates lock, and you're not able to see the queen again for another whole year. We're giving you another 7 days. So apparently that's what we're talking about with regard to Pesach, and now Pesach sheini, which is 30 days later. He's saying there was such intense light and spiritual power of the revelation of Hashem coming and taking the Jewish people out of Egypt. That light stays for 30 days. It's there's this accessibility and this relationship with Hashem that is so potent, it lasts for 30 days and it does not disappear. Sorry, the phone was ringing. So at the end of these 30 days, right, there is an extra announcer going out and saying, you have 7 more days. Come before the gates close, and you won't have this opportunity anymore until next year. Come and you can experience the same light, the same vision of the queen. The queen's going to still stay for another 7 days. Okay. So, Netivat Shalom goes on to explain how basically Pesach sheini is this experience where Hashem is basically just trying to say, we are giving you another chance. For whatever reason you weren't able to participate, to fully partake of the spiritual experience of Yetziat Mitzrayim. It was 30 days ago, you were distracted, you had other things going on, you were tamei, ritually impure, this, that, and the other. Whatever it is. It could be that at the time we just weren't in that headspace at the Seder night. It happens, right? Like maybe you guys came to Seder night and it just wasn't working for you. You didn't get the whole full experience of feeling Hashem's love, like how we prepare for it, and it just doesn't end up working, right? So Hashem is like, there's no such thing as like a missed opportunity. No, we're giving you another chance. Another 7 days where you have another chance. I'm bringing down more light for you. I'm bringing down almost the same kind of light that existed in Leil HaSeder. Okay, it's a little bit diluted, let's say, or toned down, but it's still another revelation. And Netivat Shalom says it's actually in the 5th week, which is Hod, which is the lowest, so to speak, out of the Sfirot, out of the different traits that we do, that we're working on each day of the Omer, each week of the Omer. So it's the 5th week, which is Hod, which is apparently, for some reason, considered like one of the lower traits, okay? So Hod means glory, it means humility, it's the trait of Aaron, and this is the trait which is supposedly the lowest of the low. So it's almost like the light is getting dimmer and dimmer, and then another burst of energy, another light comes on Pesach Sheini for another whole week, which includes Lag BaOmer, okay? So really the message for all of us is that there is no such thing as, no second chances. This is the day or the week of the holiday. That was yesterday, but it started for a whole nother week of renewed energy and a second chance, okay? What is that second chance? It's a second chance to experience the love that Hashem has for us. Now, that fits beautifully right into Lag BaOmer, because what's Lag BaOmer? It is the day of the Hilulah, the Yortzeit, the day where Rav Shimon Bar Yochai passed away. Now, what we know about Rav Shimon Bar Yochai is that he created the Zohar. He either wrote the Zohar, or he discovered the Zohar, or he brought to life all the secrets of the Zohar, which is the secrets of the Kabbalah. And Netivat Shalom is very clear that if we didn't have the Zohar, we would not have any of the Chassidut. We would not have all the lessons of the Baal Shem Tov, who really started the whole entire, what are you bringing me? The Zohar? Oh, Yehuda, bringing me the Zohar. We wouldn't have any of all the learning and all the books and all the Chassiduyot that started from that time. Like Kabbalah is the basis of this whole approach. We have to understand the whole approach, which is completely different to what used to exist in the Jewish world. It was only studying Gemara or studying Torah and commentaries from a very intellectual perspective, and from almost a very fear-oriented perspective and a very strength, gevura-oriented perspective. Whereas, as soon as the Zohar came to be, we started a whole new approach in Judaism called Chassidut, which is really the love, okay? The loving approach, the chesed approach. Why? Because the Zohar brings to light this idea that Hashem loves the Jewish people, like a father loves a son. Okay, without the Zohar, we would not have this approach. It's amazing, like everybody considers like this seminar that I'm running right now, the Aish approach, right? What's the Aish approach? It's just based on Torah, but it's not the regular Torah. It's the Torah that is specifically from the Zohar, the idea that Hashem loves us. Now, why is the Aish approach so great and really so needed and so necessary in this day and age? It's amazing. Rav Noach Weinberg, even though he was not a Chassid, he wasn't a Chassid, But he's a Weinberg, and a Weinberg is a very typical Slonim name. It's the Slonimer Chassidut. Netivot Shalom is a Slonimer Chassid, right? Rav Shalom Noach Berzovsky. And the whole, I think Rav Noach's whole approach came from the Zohar. It really comes from this understanding that Hashem loves you. And tell your kids that Hashem loves you. And who loves you more than anything? Not me, not your Abba, not your Ima, not everybody. Hashem loves you the most. That approach is so needed in this day and age. And I think that, as much as, yes, every child is different and some children need a different approach. I just think in this generation, we all need the Zohar approach, which is that Hashem loves you no matter what. And Hashem is like a father to his children, and that we have to get with the program, that this is about a relationship, and that Judaism is about a relationship, and we're not here to serve God. We're here to be happy because Hashem loves us, and Hashem wants us to be happy, just like a father wants his children to be happy more than anything, and wants a relationship with his children. And the purpose of creation is all about a relationship with Hashem. Wants us to enjoy life and to enjoy that relationship. And it's not about, service and fear and being like going to hell if you don't do it. Like, no. So we really have a lot to thank Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai for. And that is the light that's being brought into the world on Lag BaOmer. And if we can appreciate that, he brings up this very good point that Hashem Tzilcha. I've said this many times before, but it's very much connected to this point. When you believe things are going to be good, Hashem is your shadow. Hashem will reflect that belief back to you and show you that he can be trusted and he can be counted on to bring about that love and that relationship if you expect it. Even my cleaning lady walked in today and she's like, and I'm like, I just said goodbye to her and I said good Shabbos and we should hear good news or whatever. And she's like, yeah, but when? It's so bad. Everything is so bad. And I was like, I think when we believe it, when we believe that it's going to be good, it just came to my mind. And I think that Hashem really is waiting for us to believe that it will be good. So Lag BaOmer is that day when we can believe it, because we know that Hashem loves us. And if we focus on that and we believe it, I really think that that's what Hashem is waiting for. And he's going to bring us good news and salvation, and he'll show us that he loves us. If we believe that he loves us, he will show us that he loves us and that we can count on him, and that things are going to turn around, things are going to get better. And so have a good Shabbos, everybody. So remember, we're in that last week. We're in the week where the announcement goes out that we can still experience that closeness to Hashem and that revelation and that light that already existed back in the time of Pesach, lasted, like dimmed until Pesach sheini, started all over again with a new infusion, and especially on Lag BaOmer. And then he says, and just in case we were worried, well, what's going to happen then? Then we're 2 weeks before Shavuot, right? And it all kind of runs out 2 weeks before Shavuot. And then what are we going to do for the next 2 weeks, right? And it's supposed to get a more and more, light by the time we come to Shavuot, which is the time of receiving the Torah. So Netivot Shalom says, no, then it's 2 weeks before. And 2 weeks before the Chag, we have the new lights of Shavuot, the new energy, the new spiritual power that come down for receiving the Torah. So we're just completely being brought on this like wave of love of Hashem and emunah and chosenness of the Jewish people and the relationship that we have with Hashem, and hopefully that will bring us on to Shavuot, and we'll experience the light of Shavuot. And yes, good Shabbat and good Lag BaOmer, and try and focus on that. Try and focus on believing it.